Hello, welcome to another episode of Joining the Rush. I'm Steve Dangle, and this is...
Andrea Sashenka.
Andre, come on.
What?
Let's make a new intro. That's old.
Yeah, but it's like more work.
Yeah, but it's like more better.
Wait, do you get to say hello and welcome to Joining the Rush? I get to say... How does it work again?
One of us, I can start.
Okay.
Which language?
Bulgarian?
Hello? Bulgarian, hello. Hello, hockey fans in the United States in Magnitogorsk.
That's Foster Hewitt.
That's the Foster Hewitt.
So we haven't done this in a while. What's new? How have you been?
No, I've been good. Bought a house. So there's that.
That's good.
It is.
Where is it?
Moscow. I miss Leo.
They renaming Oshawa to Moscow?
Moshkova. Yes.
You're terrible at that.
I'm horrible. We're rusty. What is new with you? Hopefully something more entertaining than what I said.
No, I never leave the house these days.
Alright, this is great. So thanks for watching Joining the Rush, and go screw yourself.
Okay, we usually start with the joke. How are the Leafs doing?
Still ripping me apart from the inside.
Still all the same?
More or less.
Some jokes never get old.
I hate you. Do you like hockey?
Is it pretty?
Oh, is it? That's amazing!
Come on, Alexa, get up, get out of there. It's your shift.
I don't want to go to school today. You mean Coolaman?
No, I mean Kulomin.
Coolaman.
It's Kulomin.
Coolaman.
Kulomin.
This is Michael Gardner! The internet. Listen, I already apologized to the city, the police. You're not talking about... Just like our hockey show, a Russian dish with Canadian flavor.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Joining the Rush. I never get to say this these days. And my name is Andrea Sashenka and this is
Steve Dangle.
And tonight we're gonna talk about some recent events from the NHL and the KHL.
As is tradition.
Yeah, in our show when we don't cover the Bulgarian league.
There's a Bulgarian league?
Yeah. Random fact! Two-time Gagarin Cup champion with Akbar's Andrei Mukhachov finished his playing days in Bulgaria.
Wow! Did you hear that?
Hear what?
It's the sound of that fact vanishing from our viewers' memory.
Alright, Smarty Pants, what's new in the NHL?
Lots of stuff.
Like stuff?
They're playing this time, so that's neat.
That's new.
Big fan of hockey before January, big fan.
Bandwagoner.
No. Well, someone got beat up recently and people are all upset about it.
No matter how horrible it was, it probably wasn't as horrible as this. Here's Maxim Ignatovich beating the crap out of Jonathan Chичу.
Jonathan Chичу?
I know.
No! Andre, I have to know.
Yes.
How many months is he expected to be in hospital?
None. I think he scored that game. Modern medicine is just amazing.
Russian medicine. I don't even want to show mine. It's not nearly as bad as that.
Try me.
Alright, here's Sean Thornton with Brooks Orpik.
Play to work the puck out of his own zone. He got hit after the play. Now Thornton. The player's attention. We told you that Orpik, because of the hit on Louis Eriksson, who's already had a nasty concussion.
First, Orpik did this to Louis Eriksson.
Yeah, and then there's the forwards. Great. Whoa! Brooks Orpik decks Louis Eriksson, and he is slow to get back to his skates. No, he goes right.
That's a bit uncalled for.
And Eriksson, going to be one of the key players for Sweden. I think Patrice Bergeron gave him a $20 bill. So Canadian Patrice Bergeron paid American Brooks Orpik to take out Swede Louis Eriksson. But then later in the game, Canadian Patrice Bergeron paid Canadian Sean Thornton to take out American Brooks Orpik.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
That reminds me about the whole situation with Bobrovsky and Varlamov. You know, that Canada took them out so they wouldn't compete at 2014 Olympics.
It wasn't Canada. Aliens.
Blame Canada.
Aliens.
Alright, let's talk about recent Leafs news.
Because it's our damn show and we do what we want.
So how's this Neanderthal cave Fanuf doing?
That's funny. He's doing fine.
Really?
No, he got suspended.
Miller steps up. Smith had it from behind. Barnes, Miller. He's going to go. Wow, Kevin Miller is not
doing well right now. Dion Phaneuf came a substantial distance and smacked him right between the 8 and the 6.
2 minutes, you can't do that.
I don't understand it.
You've never seen You Can't Do That?
No.
Roll the clip.
I'll have none of your golf.
You can't do that. That was probably number 10. 2 minutes broken.
So you can't. Let me just get the
Best reasoning ever.
You can't do that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can't do that.
So Phaneuf got suspended for 2 games for that. Михаил Пашнин got suspended for 4 more for this.
Встреча против два. Воскресенье матча. Братислава против Слована. Очень жесткий силовой прием. И это, похоже, удар в область головы и шеи. И это, настолько часто встречается в этом сезоне. И почти всегда это оценивается одинаково. 5 плюс 20.
So was that like the Russian version of You Can't Do That?
2 минуты. Фу! Фу!
Well, I mean, he hit the guy in the head, and You Can't Do That, or foo-foo, or whatever.
Just like you, I make a living out of putting videos on YouTube.
What a country.
And whenever we separate like an amazing save or goal and put it on YouTube saying, I don't know, Kuznetsova scored an amazing goal.
Through the legs and up his nose.
Wah! 7,000 views. Now that clip has been online for 3 to 4 days now. It's about 15,000 views.
Like 1.5?
Yeah. And that clip got just under 200,000 views.
200,000?
2 and a bunch of zeros.
There's not even that many people in the town that I'm moving to.
We'll talk about your newest accommodation after the show, Steve.
I think I know why those videos are so popular. It reminds me of a comic strip that I saw a long time ago. It's just 4 lines. Honey, come to bed! I can't. Why not? Someone is wrong on the internet. With an awesome goal, all you can do is say it's awesome. With a questionable hit, well, there's some questions. And with questionable hits, there are many questions. Was it clean? Was it dirty? And of course, I hate you, you're wrong, I'm right, die in a fire.
And most of these comments are engraved with classics such as,
oh, well, definitely
and
chicken
motherfucker,
and go eat a bag of dicks.
and of course Phaneuf.
Oh, that's my cappy. But Andre, now's not the time for fighting. It's the holiday season.
I love holiday season.
Yeah. There's snow and jingle bells and
Новогодние праздники.
what sounds like Andre smashing a keyboard.
No, Russians just grab a bag full of letters and go like,
And they're not even the same letters.
no, never.
You're silly. You're all silly.
It's this time of year where hockey teams make fools of themselves and they shoot stupid music videos.
Corbin, the D-man, was a good old hockey guy. With his skate so slick and a hockey stick, he can make those forwards cry. Corbin, the D-man, could defend his zone all day. But his favorite thing was to pass with sing and to me up in the play. Yeah. Sees you when you're shooting. He knows when you don't pass. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good, don't give him sass.
Oh, you better watch out. You better be nice. You better not pick on Curtis or Dice. Mitch Moroz is coming to town.
Out night, goalless night.
Should I just turn it?
Yes!
Now these were the World Kings of the WHL. Now let's see what good Ontario boys have to offer.
Damn!
Ready to listen to some Frank Sinatra Christmas music?
Man, nothing says Christmas like a little bit of Justin Bieber.
Oh, not that guy.
Whoa, little boys, why can't we just sing them all? Alright then.
Well, let me
Let's
show
do
you.
it. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Merry Christmas, baby.
Better? Ish better.
Oh, this part looks promising.
Okay.
It's a reindeer and Santa even has the gut and everything. That's great.
That's festive.
But no one can beat these guys. Trust me. It's not Christmas or anything, it's just sick.
It's just great.
Desire, believe when I say I want it that way. Our two worlds apart can reach to your heart when you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a lie.
Andre, just turn it off.
Alright.
Alright, holy cow, they don't number us. Turn it back up to here.
And this is it for this episode of Joining the Rush. Once again, my name is Andreas Sachenko and this is
Steve Dangle and Backstreet's back. Alright!
Steve. Steve! Steve, goddammit! Твою мать, Steve!
Shaibu, tractor shaibu. The Chicago Blackhawks are good.
Are they?
Yeah.
They won something recently.
The
Allen Cup?
No, okay, that just wasn't funny, sorry.
Actually, let's swap. We haven't done so. And most of these comments, I think we can all agree that they include classics such as
oh, well, there's definitely
shit
and chicken
and mother
chicken
That reminds me about this whole Bobrovsky and Varlamov situation again.
Is that what you think of it?